Frankie's coming through again.
And he's the nicest guy.
With this warped way of thinking. We got a voice note, right? Have a listen to this voice note. His name is Reuben. Frankie, you will never believe what Frankie thinks about this voice note.
Would I be an asshole for telling my girlfriend not to join me on holiday this Easter because she's in a tricky situation? She's poor. So now that's going to be a financial burden that I must carry.
Yeah. I hate going on holiday with poor people. It's the worst.
Hey? You what?
You just said what on the radio?
No, but listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay.
Frankie just doesn't want to go on holiday where he has to alter his choice of restaurants and extramural activities because not someone on the trip can't afford it. But I'm like, but Frankie, if it's your girlfriend, I get if it's like a friend or like maybe colleagues or whatever.
No.
Your girlfriend.
No, okay, but so this is what I'm saying.
So you don't date poor?
No. Hear me out. Poor is relative, right? So I'm not saying that I'm fancy, rich.
Okay.
But now, if we're a group of people going on holiday,
Yeah.
right, and we want to go eat at the Spur,
Yeah.
all right, and now you are like, I only have like Big Mac money.
Okay.
You know, now we either have to chip in for you, or we must all go have fast food somewhere.
No.
But Cindy, you go.
Or okay. Straight up, if you're not willing to bring her on the Easter weekend because she's poor, break up with her. Because you're gonna have to
Yes.
marry her at some point. Because what is the point of being in a relationship with somebody if it's not long term?
Yes, Reuben. So the
So
long
then-
and short is you are the a-hole here for not wanting to go on a holiday with your girlfriend because she can't afford it.
No, but he can't afford double.
Then
That's
he
the
can't
problem.
afford anything.
Then she mustn't marry him.
No, that's what I'm trying. That's why I understand his predicament because we've all been there. We've all don't start with me, you guys. We've all been there where you were with friends, right? We were with friends, and then you guys plan a trip away, and then you guys find some kind of a middle ground because it's very tough. Middle ground of where we're going to stay, but then one mate can't afford it, right? So now
Then we find a cheaper house.
you find it. Do you find a cheaper place?
Yes, I think we have to we have to go on the smallest pocket, right? Because ultimately, I just think it's going somewhere is the people you're with, right? And there's just some people you're like, well, we're not leaving that person behind because they are friend and they're fun.
So I must go on my own hot air balloon ride.
Yes.
But this is your girlfriend. It's not a friend. It's your
It's
girlfriend.
your girlfriend.
So how would you see this working, Frankie? Run me through it.
No, but that's my point. Is that now because I can't do anything because I can't afford to pay for myself and for you, and that's what Reuben is saying. I can't afford double.
This
the
is why people
payments.
go hiking, eh?
But I don't want to go hiking. That's
Where do
what
you
I'm trying to
wanna
say.
go?
I want to go to
A hot-
Belito,
okay.
and I want to go.
On a yacht and
I mean, yacht is a strong word. Our dinghy is fine.
I think in a relationship, it's okay to go away by yourself at times, right?
Yes.
I think it's okay for like somebody to say, I just need a time out
okay, I
by
hear that.
myself.
I hear that.
And you could use that as an excuse. But to say, my girlfriend can't come with me because she's poor is so tasteless. It's so bad. If she knew that, I'd be an ex-girlfriend.
Maybe that's not an issue in the relationship. She knows she doesn't have the bucks. That's fine.
Okay,
I can still
sorry,
date
does it
someone who doesn't
change-
have the bucks.
Let's say they get married. Does it change when she's a wife that he's willing to pay for her?
Well, he's got to
Exactly.
make those choices. But then obviously he would. But he's saying right now.
Oh.
Timbuktu
Someone is
finished.
listening to this thing. Eat the rich. Sorry.
Okay,
I just
I'm willing
think,
to hear the other side out. Let's rather do it like that. Because Frankie, you talk a good game, and I hear you.
And can I just, because that's what I'm saying, poor is relative.
Yeah.
Because even you have been invited on trips where you were like, hey guys, you're too rich for me on this trip.
Yes, but then you sit it out, but not when it's your boyfriend or
Yes.
your girlfriend. It's okay, like I said, it's okay for a partner to say, I just need time out by myself. I'm going to go down to like Cape Town for a few days.
Because actually, yes, I have been invited to trips where I'm like, whoa, no, I don't have South of France vineyard.
exactly.
Roger
Money.
Federer money.
Yes.
Yes, but then I'll still, if me and my partner will go with, but we'll stay in cheaper places and we'll just hang out with you guys. So we'll stay somewhere else and whatever, but then we'll hook up with you guys when we're doing things that So I'm not gonna stay on the vineyard in the south of France.
Right.
But then we're gonna find like another B&B or something of the sort. But it's not going to be those euros. But we'll put our coins together. But we're still there.
But then using that example, so then Miss Frankie and his girlfriend go on holiday together, and then she must stay in a cheaper option and then meet him on the occasional coffee.
Okay.
Meet in the day. Daylight out.
Drop you off at the guest house on the way to the Hilton.
The middle of the favelas.
Yeah.
You be safe out there, you hear? 011-8838-947. This is Reuben's voice note.
Would I be an for telling my girlfriend not to join me on holiday this Easter because she's in a tricky situation? She's poor. So now that's going to be a financial burden that I must carry.
Tricky situation.
This is the wild voice note. And Reuben didn't even say hi to us, guys. And he was like, hey, Anele and The Club. Reuben just got in and got straight to the business.
Yeah, because he's all about the business. That's why he has the bucks.
I just think Reuben needs to be single for a bit so he can get to know himself, no? Dreams. Reuben. Reuben. Hello there, Reuben. Reuben sent us a voice note.
Would I be an for telling my girlfriend not to join me on holiday this Easter because she's in a tricky situation?
Tricky.
She's poor. So now that's going to be a financial burden that I must carry.
Hi, Frankie. Yo, how's that one on the chin, eh? I like to spend time with poor people because they're not fussy, they appreciative of everything, and they've always got this motto of less is more.
I know, man. Morning, guys. Morning. I know, man. That is so low. No, man, my guy. No.
Rubes, babes, go on your holiday and find yourself someone you can afford to be with, or someone who can afford to be with you, rather.
Because here's the thing, guys. Are we judging Reuben because you're allowed to say I don't like to date short guys, right? And then people allow you that preference. Reuben doesn't want to date poor people.
I think the problem is Reuben has gone ahead and dated someone who's not
poor.
in the same pay bracket, and now you're complaining.
Yeah, you can't want to change someone.
Yes.
You the one who chose to date
don't
them.
date her.
You shouldn't have dated her because she's poor. So you're allowed to not to want to date poor people. Definitely, that's you.
You think these people don't exist, but I just got a message from a friend who said she has had a friend who literally the husband would split everything down the middle. So if they went for dinner, split it down the middle. And they had 2 children and it would be split down the middle. Oh, you can't afford to come for dinner tonight? I'll take the boys.
What?
Sorry for you. And then the divorce happened. Clever girl.
Of course.
When he wanted to go to Cape Town on holiday and she couldn't afford it.
So he was like,
So
I'll take the boys to
I'll
Cape
take the
Town and you
kids.
stay here.
Yeah.
You see, because here's the thing, because I was like, what happens if you marry this person? So clearly it doesn't get better with marriage than Reuben's girlfriend because he's going to be like this.
I also think fundamentally guys, date and marry people you like. Because if you like someone,
You'll pay for them.
it's not an inconvenience to have them, because the prize for you is their presence, so you will pay.
Lee, good morning. What's your take on this?
Hi, Anele and The Club.
Hi.
I don't blame this guy at all, guys. Like, I've been in this situation. I was.
Were you the poor one in the relationship?
Exactly.
Okay.
I was the poor one. The guy, he is working in some minerals, what. He has houses here and there. And then we were in one of his penthouse. One time, if it's a penthouse, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm cleaning the floor. Not me cleaning the floor incorrectly. He was like, baby, you were not supposed to actually clean it this way. He's busy with his meetings and whatnot. I'm cleaning this side. Only to find that I'm actually making things just better on the other side. When we are going out, here's the menu. I don't even know what's on the menu. The car he is driving, or the car he is driving, I don't even know how to press where and where. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm too poor for you. I'm out. He was like, no, we're good. I was like, I am not coming. Can I please just leave? I don't feel
So
okay,
you broke up with the guy because he was too wealthy for you because you didn't know that a car, you have to open the door sometimes.
I just needed to actually work on myself before I could actually just be with such people.
So you're like, I'm not going to bring someone's son to this side of life. I'm going to work on myself. And when I get my coins right, I'm going to go back and get him.
I'm from the Eastern Cape, so it's December. We have to go home. living with his family, I'm living with mine. I've got to use a bus. And then he's flying. He'd be like, okay, fine, I'll pitch in for you. What about my kid? And what about my sister's kids that I need to actually travel with? He would be like, okay, fine, I'm going to pitch for them. I was like, hey, it's not supposed to be this way.
Okay,
Hey,
I hear what you're saying though, because
I left.
now we all taking the Translax down to the Eastern Cape, right?
Yeah.
And there's
yeah.
6 of us traveling, and then my man is like, no, but I'll pay for your flight. But what about the other 5 that I usually travel with?
But he
Yeah.
offered to pay for them as well.
Yeah, but this is what she's saying. Now it becomes difficult because
You feel like you're a burden, actually.
and also you feel like you owe someone the whole time because obviously that's what happens if someone's pitching the whole time.
Not me, babe. Guilt-free.
But then, Lee, you are certainly not like my Joburg honeys. My Joburg honeys would be like, actually, now that we're here, can you hire us a private jet, please? Can you just charter us from Lanseria? Okay, so do you still speak to this guy? I want to hear how this love story ends.
No, we no longer actually chat. And at some point, guys, I was also dated this guy. He was a doctor. Guys, I don't know. Also, I left. But anyway, with him, I think he was too busy as well.
You're not making money because you date a lot.
Less dating, more
More
working. Then Lee, thank you so much for your call. That is a wild call. Also, Lee must be damn hot.
I was going to say Lee
On the bus.
Yeah.
Lee's a 10. She's a 10, guys.
She's a 10 in the morning before she wakes up. Muketwa.
Hi, how are you?
We're great, Muketwa. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Okay, so what do you think? The question here Reuben asked is he the a-hole because he is considering going on a holiday without his girlfriend because the girlfriend cannot afford to go with? He called her poor.
No, she's double poor now. Like, oh wow, Reuben. Like, I don't think he will even marry her.
But wait, do you think
wow.
it changes with marriage? Because here's the thing, you get people not wanting to overly financially invest in dating. But I think once you guys are married, really, the leveling ground should be even. And then what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. And yes, you may bring money to the relationship, but there's other things that I bring as well.
Yeah.
But like this, they're still just dating. Imagine when they get married.
You say it's going to get worse, so she must run.
It's gonna worse. She must run with her poor legs, 2 legs, because already she's poor. So she must just run with her poor 2 legs and
She can
get away from Reuben.
Run into the sunset. don't drive.
He'll drive because he's got petrol.
Yeah.
She, on the other hand, she must put on her Mr. Price tackies on the top and run.
Anele and The Club
on 947.